Welcome to another Tapping on Tuesdays where we use EFT tapping to help strengthen your authentic creative connection. Today, we are going to do some tapping on overthinking. I'm not going to say anything more than that because I don't want to overthink it. So let's just start. Taking full responsibility for your well-being and all the benefits you gain from this, including the creativity. I don't want to overthink this. I want to be present in the moment, allowing and receptive, flowing and having fun. I might have things to do. I might have things I need to think about. I'm choosing not to overthink it. So it can flow and feel good, no matter what it is. Eyebrow point. I do not need to overthink anything right now. Side of the eye. I'm going to think of this like eating a meal. Under the eye. There's a point where I'm hungry. Under the nose. There's a point where I start to feel less hungry. Under the mouth. There's a point where I feel satisfied. Collarbone. And if something's particularly interesting or delicious, under the arm. I might have room for a little more thought because I'm enjoying it, just like I would having a little extra room for dessert. Top of the head. But I don't need to eat so that I'm too full. I don't need to think so that I get a headache. Or so that I'm overwhelmed by the thoughts. Or throwing out too many possibilities that I feel jumbled. I want to move forward with clarity and with ease. I want to savor and enjoy the bites of food as I'm eating. And I want to stop at that point where I feel confident in my decision to. It does not feel fun to overeat and feel sick. It does not feel fun to overthink and feel confused. I would like to just enjoy the thinking process, just like I would a good meal. I'm releasing any need or desire to overthink this. I'm deciding to let it be easy. Because even the so-called hard decisions we might need to make can still come easily enough. Because maybe our choices are things that we just don't like, but we still have to pick a good one. And sometimes the best choice that you have isn't what you truly want, or so it seems. And sometimes we're so hungry that we eat so fast and then we get indigestion. And sometimes people get really hungry, but they're so focused on what they're doing or thinking too much that they don't actually eat. It's a matter of balancing, but it doesn't mean 50-50 balancing. It means, yes, I want to use my brain to think, but I don't want to get myself stuck in thinking. And that's where gut feelings or intuition come into play. Because maybe I have multiple options and I can look at each one, and one actually feels better than the other. If I have five options, I should be able to narrow it down to fewer. And sometimes we actually do have two options that we'd be equally happy with. And if that's truly the case and you'd be 100% satisfied with either one, there's no need to overthink it. Just pick one and enjoy it. I love Thai food, but I also love to cook. If I'd be just as happy going out to eat or cooking something for myself at home, it doesn't matter which I choose. So I'm not going to overthink this. I'm just going to enjoy whichever I choose. I'm going to do what Abraham Hicks says and make a decision and line up with it. I'm not going to overthink it. I'm going to make the best decision I can, thinking and feeling, and letting myself feel good about that. Okay. So this kind of also became about making decisions. And I think that thinking actually in general is largely about making decisions. Even if you're just coming to some kind of conclusion about how you feel about something or what your perspective is, what side you're on. I don't want you to have to pick sides or anything, but sometimes that's the case and it's to your benefit. So the tendency to overthink, though, and overcomplicate things is just a little bit out of sync because when you think about what your options are and you think and then you also use your feelings, well, one of them is going to feel better than the other. It's very, very rare that we have equal, 100% equal options that we'd be just as satisfied with because there's always something that's a little more exciting or a little bit more in alignment with what we want. And it's great to be able to tune into both and to just recognize, okay, at what point am I full? And at what point am I pushing myself so that I'm getting over and beyond that? And I might not enjoy feeling sick from eating afterwards. And in all fairness, sometimes you eat something and it's like, this is so good. I know I should stop, but I'm going to keep eating it because you're enjoying it so much. And I think you can do that with thinking too. There can be something that's really interesting to you that you dive into and you explore it and you love conversation about it, you research it, you talk about it, you think about it all the time. It only becomes overthinking not when you're doing it, it's not about how much time you spend on it or even how frequently it comes up. It's about how you're feeling as you're experiencing it. So if you feel great about it and it excites you, that's you're not overthinking it. You're enjoying it. This is part of a process for you. This is part of enjoyment of something that you're focusing upon. That's wonderful. That's totally different. There's I don't remember who said it, but something about genius is being like super focused on something. Not quite. But anyway, something to that effect. And it's not about how often you do it, it's about the pleasure that you're getting out of it. Because the more you tend to overthink, you tend to get dizzy, you tend to get a headache, you tend to need a break from it. But if you're really passionate about something and you're loving it and enjoying it, you could spend literally hours upon hours focused upon it, thinking about it, and you're not feeling drained, tired, confused, scattered. You're feeling alive and you're feeling in alignment with who you are, and you have vision and you have clarity and you're taking actions and you're thinking that whole time, but you're not overthinking. So if you find yourself doing that, uh, if you find yourself doing the passionate one, yay for you. And if you find yourself doing the overthinking one, just take a moment and tap on it and just be like, hold on, I don't need to do this. Tune into your thoughts and your feelings as you look at what your options are, or as you look at what it is you're thinking about. And I encourage you to trust your feelings more and see how they can guide you a little bit too, because it's not one or the other. Use them together to make the best choice, to think in a way that feels good for you and good to you. All right. I will see you next week for another Tap In on Tuesdays.